shuttle to get to the other buildings, so we can get another shuttle to get to Disney, Hollywood Studios today. Today we're also booking a car, and we're probably going to only be in the park for a couple of hours. Yesterday we realized the parks aren't as big as you think, and you can smash them out, be done by the afternoon and spend the rest of the day messing around the area. So that's the POA.
Such a glum face. Why are you sad?
You're not taking a photo?
A video. Reggie, what's he doing?
Me frozen. Facing my fears. The Tower of Terror.
Cable cars that take you from Hollywood Studios to a resort, and then you can transfer to whatever other resort you like. There's a few other resorts that you can transfer from on these things to, but I don't think me and Bretty will ever be going on these ever again, because the whole time my legs were numb. And I was just thinking about my dad sitting on the floor of one of these things because he's afraid of heights. I just have no faith, and it's extremely windy, and I just think like it's an accident waiting to happen, but what a crazy thing. Oh my god, So today we're going to Magic Kingdom. We decided to take it a little bit later today because we want to be there at 9 o'clock for the fireworks. We're waiting for the shuttle currently. Yeah, we're going to go to Subway. We're going to pick up some sandwiches to take into the park with us, so that we don't have to spend any more money because it's crazy expensive in there. And then we're going to have the best day in Magic Kingdom ever and watch the fireworks. And then tomorrow's birthday day. What are we in line for?
Turkey leg. Need a napkin.
So yesterday's Disney World was actually havoc. There were just too many people. The rides were all for babies. Just the whole day was just intense. We waited in queues for like an hour and a half. It just became a bit too much at a point, and we were there for like 12 hours.
The fireworks show was 100% worth it, and there's a ride called the Tron that was also 1,000,000% worth it. If we had to recommend, we would say, as like going at our age or older with our kids, just don't go. That's not, maybe like go just for the show at the end and go on one ride at the end. Otherwise, the rides aren't worth it, the crowds aren't worth it. It was almost torture. But today's Bretty's birthday, and we're going to Universal Studios, to Harry Potter World, and he's gonna have the best day ever.
Bretty says I'm not allowed to be mean to him today.
You know the deal?
We waited 2 hours for the Hogwarts ride. What is in Hogwarts? And it was elite anyways, and we bought these bottles. They were a lot of dollars, but you get full refills literally the entire day. This is our little car for the next 2-3 weeks. How are we feeling? Nervous. Even me, I'm scared.
Please go green robot. This car is very big.
What does it taste like?
Strong.
Is it nice?
It's a like strong tasting beer. It tastes like Black Label.
Okay, so basically Disney World, first park, Animal Kingdom, 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
6 out of 10.
6.
It was very small. There wasn't like a lot to do. We were in and out of there pretty quickly. And then after that we went to Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios for me was a 7 out of 10. It was also very, very busy because we went during spring break, so now wasn't the best time to go. But that for me is a higher rating because of the Tower of Terror. But also there's just not much to do. We were just there the whole day because it was so busy. Magic Kingdom, a solid 3 out of 10. It was too packed. There were children everywhere. Every ride was like a 2-hour wait, and then you'd get on the ride and it was like a baby ride. It wasn't worth your time. It's pretty much just robots dancing and singing. But we stayed. We were in there from 8 in the morning until like 9-10 at night because we wanted to watch the fireworks at the castle, which was worth it. So if you want to ever go to Magic Kingdom, go just in the night just to watch the fireworks, because everything else just isn't worth it. And also if you want to eat in there, water is like $5, a coffee is like $7, and then food is just incomprehensible. It's too expensive to eat in there. Universal Studios, where we went on Brett's birthday, the first one, 1,000,000% worth it. It was also very busy, but it's more adult centered. There aren't as many screaming children around. The queues were shorter but still long, and then it was more thrill rides, if anything. We had a good time there. The themes were really great. The next Universal Studios, so the first one was Island of Adventure, the second one, the basic Universal Studios, there we were there for maybe half a day. The rides were also more thrill rides, but very long queues. and everything was like a 4D ride. So it's like you go on all of these rides and you wait an hour and a half for a 35-second 4D ride that just isn't really worth it and makes you feel nauseous and everything. So overall, Orlando is hellishly expensive, like out of pocket, not even funny. Disney World, not for adults. It just genuinely isn't for adults, regardless of the money. It's just havoc. The queuing, the chaos that goes on there, just not worth it. But I would say if you were visiting Orlando, go to Universal Studios, spend your day in those two parks, and you'd probably have a good time. But doing 5 parks in a week, just mistake, once in a lifetime opportunity. We're still grateful, but yeah, overall for that, just once in a lifetime. I wouldn't go there for any special occasions or anything. Just pop through if you're in Florida. Yeah.
Little buddy. Hi, little bunny.
And we got a roommate for the night.
Okay, after Orlando, we drove to Daytona. We didn't stay in Daytona, we just stopped over. Got whacked with a $30 parking fee just to park there and walk around for a little bit.
And it's a flat rate, you don't pay by hour.
Yeah, flat rate. So we were there for maybe an hour. And it was pretty cool. They said it was the best beach in the world, the top rated beach in the world. They talk cack.
No.
It was very basic, a lot of fat people chilling with their stomachs out.
It was like very cool and old timey, but it's definitely not the best beach in the world.
Yeah, definitely not. And then we just hopped back in the car after that and drove to Jacksonville. We went to an Airbnb and stayed in a room in this couple's house. We were in the historic district, so it was weird. We just put a code into their house, said hello to the guy, went to our room, and we chilled in there, and we were too grown to leave.
But they had dogs, and the dogs were cute and chilled with us. So
Yeah,
that was a win.
that was a win. But we were uncomfortable the whole time, and we probably would never do that again. And we didn't. Jacksonville was weird. There was nothing to do there. It should have been more of a stopover place on the way somewhere else. Yeah, it was just super strange. And then so we slept there. It was all good. And the next day we drove to Savannah. Right, Savannah. Here's Savannah. So originally when we got to Savannah, we looked at a hotel, we booked it whatever, we got there, and the check-in was at 1 p.m. And we arrived there at 1 p.m. and walk in, and we're like, hey, we're here to check in. It took them 15 minutes to come to the desk, and then when she came to the desk, she goes, your room's not ready. And we're like, but check-in's at 1 o'clock. And she says, do I look like the cleaning crew? Room's not ready.
And she wouldn't give us a time when the room would be ready, and we like there in the middle of fucking nowhere. We like, I know we're in Savannah, but we're not like in Savannah.
We were in the industrial area.
Crap, and
Dodgy.
These people can't even give us a room that we've already paid for.
And then I saw a sign that said, please remove all your belongings from your car. And that's when I looked at Brett and I was like, And he said he's not staying there. So I fought with Agoda. We're still waiting to hear back from them. They were supposed to get back to me today and they didn't. But we hopped in the car, we went like to the main boat area, and we
nice.
just, we looked for other hotels.
Nandi.
That place was so nice. It's all historic and old, and there's like plaques everywhere about the history of the place. Even though it's huge on slavery, it was still really cool to see.
Well, they're not huge on slavery now.
I said
There's
were,
no-
past tense.
well,
There's no slavery.
There's no slaves now. They're not
Just to
big
be
on
clear,
slavery.
yes. No more slavery. And yeah, we spent a day there. We found a decent hotel. It was like more of an inn, which was fine. We felt safe and everything. And then we went and in the morning just ran around the area, went to go see. We walked a little bit, and yeah. Okay, and then after Savannah, we
Hopped in the car.
trekked to Charleston. It wasn't that bad of a trek. It was 2-hour drive, but it was very scenic.
It was on a route, so it wasn't on like an interstate highway. It was on a route, so it's much nicer.
Yeah, and we arrived in Charleston. We found this like hostel called Not So Hostel, and we arrived here, parked in the back, literally got a code to come into the area, and then a key to get into our room. And we didn't, there was no contact with another person whatsoever. We just kind of walked in the room. It's small, it's cute, it's in a great area, and we plopped down all of our stuff, and we went and we walked into the main town.
And we walked and,
And-
walked and walked.
You know, literally we walked 25,000 steps today.
I have blisters.
Ballistas. Yeah, because he's walking in Birkenstocks. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, and then we had a subway there, and we came back. And this town is weird. It's like there's a very high end street that you can walk on. There's a waterfront. Yeah, it's a really cool place. There's horses on carriages everywhere. But yeah, that's about it. So that's the trip so far. Tomorrow we are in the car and we're going to Charlotte in North Carolina. That accommodation is booked, and then
NASCAR.
and then we will take you along from there onwards, because we've run into some road stops because we couldn't. Accommodation is just so expensive. I mean, you're looking at $150 a night, and then you go and you search how the parking is there, and they're like, no, you've got to pay $30 to park
Because
overnight.
it's like in a city, and you either get to stay like in the city in the right area for like $180 plus $30 for parking, or you have to stay outside the city in an inn, and either it's like $60 but crap, or like $130 and average, and then you kind of like, oh well, $130, might as well pay $50 and get the full experience in the city. It's like terrible.
Yeah, so we was going to stop in Raleigh and then go to Richmond in Virginia, but we actually decided to skip Raleigh and drive straight to Richmond to save that $150. So it's a 4.5 hour drive after Charlotte. But yeah, so be it. I'll have to just drive a portion of it, even though it really crunches me out. But yeah, that's it.
You can drive
See-
for 1 hour.
Fine.
It won't kill you.
No. See you in the next vlog. Say bye.
Peace.